I'd like to call the October 11th, 2018 Peters Township Planning Commission meeting to order. Ed, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Verlato.
Here.
Mr. Salepis.
Present.
Mr. Magrino will not be here. Mr. Mills.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Wiley.
Here.
I think Ted's coming.
He said he was.
Can I get a motion to approve the September 13th, 2018 meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the September 13th, 2018 Peters Township Planning Commission meeting minutes.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And any reports and correspondence?
No.
Any changes? Site plan subdivision file for review?
None.
Any changes to the agenda?
None.
Any audience comments on items not on the agenda? Okay, let's move right into new business then. This will be Planning Commission recommendation on the final plan of Delalo. How do you pronounce that, Ed?
Zedell.
Subdivision number 1.
Yeah, this is a simple lot line revision. The Zedells own a large property here, over 2+ acres. The back 1.1 plus acres is being carved off of the Zedell property and being combined with the Delalo property. No new lots are being created. It's just a re-subdivision. The Delalo property is getting larger, and the Zedell property is getting a little smaller. The Zedell lot will be 1.2 acres, and the Delalo property will become 2.46 acres. The properties are within the low-density residential zoning district, which half acre is the minimum lot size. Both of these lots exceed that, and staff's recommending approval subject to those 2 conditions listed in my report, which are minor. Washington County Planning Commission review, which is done, and they had a wrong street name here. They had Old Oak Road here. That's Red Oak Road, and they've already changed it, but recommending it subject to those 2 conditions. This is a recommendation.
Okay. Any commissioner comments? Pretty straightforward, I believe. Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion that the Planning Commission's recommendation for the final plan to allow Zedell be approved, subject to the 2 conditions stated in staff's memo of October 4th, 2018.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next up is Planning Commission recommendation for the Hamlet of Springdale Phase 7.
Good. Planning Commission and Council reviewed this master preliminary plan back in June of 2018. The plan before you tonight is the Hamlet of Springdale Phase 7 final plan. This is a recommendation to Council. Grant Shiring's here tonight. I'll let him walk you through the plan, but I'll do a quick summary. It's 15.05 acres, the minimum required acreage for development using the CR overlay, which is what they're doing here, is 5. Total lots approved on the preliminary plan was 21. The final plan came in with 1 less lot. They're showing 20 lots here. They're at 1.3 lots per acre. They're allowed 2 lots per acre. They're dedicating over 7.9 gross acres, 7.5 acres net open space, and they're only required to dedicate over 3.6. The final plans conform to the approved preliminary plan, and staff's recommending approval subject to those 12 conditions listed in my report to you, and I'll add a 13th condition. There's a lot, and Grant can go over it, there's a lot in Phase 3 that is being subdivided as part of Hamlet 7, so that needs to be reflected on this Phase 7 final plan for recording.
Grant Showering with PVE. I think Ed hit on all the big points. I'll just hit on a few additional. The site, I think everybody's well aware, is in Hamlet of Springdale. This is Bower Hill Road right here. This is the site location. This is the layout of the site. There are 20 single-family lots. The lot that Ed was referencing is at the entrance here. So what is occurring is that this gentleman's property line is actually right here, and we are going to be dedicating additional space to him because we are creating this road entrance in here. So we're taking that space and we're going to consolidate it into this gentleman's lot, giving him additional area. Open space, Ed already hit on the amount, but these are just the locations. The light green is passive open space. The dark green is active open space. This is where the gazebo will be located. The area highlighted in blue will be a parcel that will be dedicated to Peters Township. That's where the stormwater management facility will be. Ed had said that in preliminary plans, we had reduced one lot. The reason is that we had to expand this stormwater management facility, which graded into a lot that would have been here, so we had to eliminate that. For sidewalks, the red highlights the sidewalks. There will be one side coming up into the development and then on both sides around the loop. Stormwater management, the blue showing the conveyance system to the pond that's located here. And then for sanitary sewer connection, the red highlights the sanitary sewer that will connect into Hamlet of Springdale Phase 3 at this point here.
Remind me where we talked about the mailbox, the cluster mailbox.
So the mailbox location is right here. One of the comments within staff's report is that we show a pull-off for that area, and we will do so.
Ed, was the traffic impact fee grandfathered because the plan was approved prior to the increase?
Yes. There'll be a few plans here that still fall. I think this one's 1386.
Correct.
Yes.
If any plans come in and after we adopt it, will be 1,500 per.
So once the
per-
pipeline flushes out that we're already approved,
Correct.
it will begin the 1,500.
Yes.
Any other commissioner comments on this plan? We've been through this before. Any audience comments on this plan?
Ed, could you restate the condition number 13? It was
Oh,
it
yeah.
carving out of the lot?
The final plan for recording reflect the lot line revision on lot 302 Hamlet Phase 3 Buckingham Drive.
Was that the additional property being given to the
Yes.
existing homeowner, not the retention lot?
Correct.
That just needs to be all taken care of as part of this plan recording, so that I think that he would be sick, he would have to sign.
He would have, yes, we would have to have a signature on it, which he's happy to get additional properties.
Right, and we talked to that gentleman, he's comfortable.
Sure. Yeah. Want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion that the Planning Commission recommends to council that the Hamlet of Springdale Phase 7 final plan recommendation to be approved as outlined in the October 4th memo, including the 13 conditions of the planning staff recommendations.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Grant.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Grant.
Next on the agenda is Planning Commission's recommendation on the Rolling Hills Park subdivision.
Yeah, as soon as we get this drawing up, as the Planning Commission knows, the township and the school district purchased 100 and almost 200 acres, 190 acres from the developers that were looking at developing it for residential. Right now, the plan before you is a plan to subdivide that into 2 parcels. This plan shows 3. So, what is being proposed here is we're going to split this property between the left side, I'll call it, goes to the school district. The right side will go to the township. The school district is going to have Lot 1, and Lot 1 will include this parcel up here. We don't want, the school district doesn't want 2 lots. It'll be 1 lot over here, and then the right side will be the township's Rolling Hills Park property. It's all being subdivided based on the configuration alignment of this new public road called Rolling Hills Drive that'll go through the site and provide access to both the high school here and the new Rolling Hills Park here. It also reflects the new configuration of East McMurray Road down here. And this is a recommendation to council, so planning staff's recommending that the planning commission approve the plan subject to those 6 conditions I have, which is Washington County Planning Commission review, lots 1 and 2 be combined and made into 1 lot. They changed the lot numbers to reflect that. We're going to pick an address for the high school and an address for the park, so that'll be on the plan for recording. And we need to show all easements on here. We're still not comfortable. There are easements for sanitary sewers, other utilities that are not being accurately reflected on this plan. So we want all those easements shown on the plan before we take the plan to council.
Is the road part an easement out of the property, or is that road, the new road section, taken out of the property?
It's a right-of-way that goes
through
the property, so it's not.
I'm talking about McMurray, East McMurray also.
That'll be right-of-way that's taken out of the property,
Okay.
both for Rolling Hills Drive and East McMurray Road.
What's the right-of-way width in the,
50.
on both?
Well, on Rolling Hills
Hills.
Drive, it's 50. I think it's wider on East McMurray. Let me see if it's right. It might be a little wider.
It says 85.
85 and 70, it looks like it's...
Right.
Yeah, it has to be with the turning lanes.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Looks like
thanks.
the turning lanes are 85, and
So this subdivision drawing will reflect those new roadway alignments and roadway improvements and rights of way. You know, we're in a position now, our engineer that we're working with, HRG, has nailed down the location of the road and the new East McMurray Road alignment, so we're in a position now to subdivide this property and give the left half to the school district and the right half goes to Peters Township.
Did PennDOT finalize the plans then? They okayed the East McMurray Road? That's all
We've
done?
applied, we've submitted everything to them, they have not.
Okay, not yet.
But it's not going to be a roundabout, it's going to be a light.
It'll be a traditional signalized turn lane intersection.
With a service road parallel to McMurray for the houses that are sort of landlocked, or not landlocked, but for them to have easier access onto McMurray, they'll have to go right or left, depending on where their house sits.
Some properties will, but some properties will have an access through a service road that'll get them to a light here.
Yeah.
Like a double cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I think I showed you those plans.
Yeah.
And then Lot 2, don't get me, am I correct? Lot 2 basically is, they're reserving that for future development. It's not being developed right now.
Correct. There's no improvements on that part of the property. All the improvements for the high school are occurring here.
Okay. That was where they said potentially athletic fields in the future, right?
Well, I think eventually they want to put the stadium right in here.
Oh, really?
The high
Okay.
school's sitting here, there's parking lot here. Eventually they might want to put the stadium here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, just so the public knows, where What do you call that road? It's hard for me to see.
Rolling Hills
Road Drive. Where is it coming out onto Church?
Center Church.
Center Church.
It's coming out close to where
The maintenance?
The maintenance facility for the country club used to be, and we're realigning that. That'll be a three-way stop.
Is that what that is?
Intersection.
There's no need to have any eminent domain for any of those houses or?
No, the school district bought a property here.
Okay.
So that's being incorporated into this acreage that they'll ultimately own. And we are working with the Center Presbyterian Church.
So you have that church right there? Okay.
To maybe use some of their property.
Okay.
And maybe do a land swap.
And then the electrical tower will be right on the corner across the street, across the church.
Okay.
Yeah, like in that area.
The electric tower. That sort of gives you an idea when you're on Center Church where you'd be coming out.
The bend where the church is, there's that entrance to what was the old maintenance shed for
Yeah.
Rolling Hills.
Yeah.
Then there's that curve to the right.
So that's basically where that curves.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And it'll become, I think, it'll become a three-way stop sign.
I think it's three-way stop. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a three-way stop at Center Church. Where Rolling Hills meets Center Church, that'll all be realigned and made safer, and so it's not a sight distance problem pulling in and out of
Great.
And for
I'm sorry, go ahead.
For clarification on your condition, or recommendation number 2, lot 1 and 2 be combined, you additionally state to be reflected as lot number 1?
I can do that, yep.
And then lot 3 will become lot 2. So there'll be
Got it.
1 and lot 2,
Got it.
and that's it.
Just out of curiosity, the reason for the road moving, instead of keeping East McMurray the way it is, and putting a turnoff lane for this new complex, is that to cut down on the congestion for the people getting in and out of their homes?
Yes. It made it safer for the folks that have driveways right across the street from all this these new improvements. It makes it easier for them to access East McMurray Road and go either way, left or right. And then there's other engineering factors, environmental reasons why move it over. It'll also allow the construction to occur and not have to close East McMurray Road. There'll be a point where, they're working offline, letting the East McMurray traffic go, and then at some point, right.
Switch it into. There's also a right turning lane. Is there a left turning lane
There'll be
into
a
the
left
school
turn
also?
lane in,
Uh-huh.
and a right turn lane.
Okay,
There'll be, through lanes east and west and turn lanes.
in both
left and
directions.
right.
Any audience comments on it? Please come up, sir. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Doug Coney. I live at 119 Ridgeview Drive. I'm actually here for 2 issues. Number 1, I'm the trustee for a property at 454 East Murray Road. So I did want to address your comment about making it easier to get out. I think I haven't signed off on it yet, but I told the engineer I would. I think it's a great idea, but not only will it make it easier, it would be impossible without that. I sit there as it is now. The other comment I have is PennDOT came through there and it's maybe the wrong venue, but I'm going to start here. They did all their work on the road, and now the mailbox at that property, then they knocked it down and put it back. It's this far off the ground. I'd obviously like to get that fixed. It's my mother's property.
Well, we can handle that. We can get PennDOT or the contractor for PennDOT to come back and fix that.
Yeah, it was actually an insult when I saw it, but anyway.
At the end of the meeting, we'll take your information and
Okay.
deal with it.
Other than that, I think the barbell, as opposed to a roundabout. One question, will there be a left turn lane at the light into the barbell section? Because you're gonna, or is that just a straight lane and a right turn lane? I thought I saw a left turn on the drawings.
Yeah, left turn if you're coming.
If you're coming from the dairy bar,
Yeah, one McMurray.
and you're gonna turn
left.
You're going to turn left into the
this barbell
cul-de-sac.
section, it really isn't shown that well.
The service road.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. That's a really good
That is a
point.
good
Yeah.
question. I don't know the answer to that, but the drawings are in the sub-room, so after the meeting, we can go in there and look at those together.
Okay, and the other reason I say that is, if you don't, you're just going to have backups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sit there for many minutes trying to pull out of 454 East Murray Road.
I'm with you.
So, other than that, when you talk about the next project at Bebout and Valley Brook, I need to talk.
Where do you live again?
I live at 119 Ridgeview. My mother's property is 454 East Murray Road. So my backyard faces the parking lot for the trail on Valley Brook Road.
Gotcha.
So,
Now, have you
I'm
been
on-
in to see the plans?
I have a copy of it, yeah. Yeah, and I just want to go over the four concerns.
Well, we're still working on reviewing those plans, and I don't know, it might be on in November, it may not.
Oh, is that not on the agenda tonight?
Not tonight.
Oh, that's why none of my neighbors are here. So, I apologize, and we're going to go home after that. I'm not going to watch the hockey game. I thank you very much for your time, and,
Well, you're going to wait, because we're going to look.
okay.
Any other audience comments, commissioners' comments? Need a motion, please?
Motion to adjourn?
Subdivision.
I'll make a motion that the Planning Commission for Rolling Hills Park subdivision, as outlined in staff's memo of October 4th, 2018, be approved, subject to the slight corrections that we made for Lot 1 and 2 to be called Lot 1, Lot 3 to be named as Lot 2, and the 6 conditions inclusive. Is that it?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Had any other miscellaneous items?
No.
Meeting adjourned.